Last week here on Thursday Night Thunder, as we closed out week 4 of the March season, Ryan Johnson and Brodozer for the second week in a row knocked off the backdraft Dodge. He is currently 8-0 in the racing series and holds the checkered flag on the back of the Brodozer.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 5th and final week here on Thursday Night Thunder for the March season, and all 16 MTA Superstars are fighting for the checkered flag, in which Ryan Johnson holds on the back of the Brodozer machine, because the winner carries the checkered flag into the April season. Currently, Ryan Johnson and Brodozer, they are 8-0 in the racing series, winning the last 2 races of the March season. They're looking to stay on top here tonight, but looking at the first half of round 1, Tropical Thunder takes on Zombie, Gravedigger the Legend takes on Reptoid, Mountaineer will take on Little Miss Dangerous, and to close out the first half of round 1, Backdraft will take on Wolverine, and then at the other half of the bracket you see kicking things off will be the Crazy Bull, El Toro Loco, and Monster Patrol. Getting things started now is Brandon Jager in the Zombie Fire Machine. He's had a tough season all March long. He's looking to turn things around here tonight, and another man that's had a long, hard season is Chad Legit, Too Legit. There you see him staged in the far lane. The Tropical Thunder hasn't been running at 100%. They aren't sure what's going on, and they're looking to turn things around right here tonight in week 5 of the March season, taking on Zombie. Both trucks are staged at the line. Who's it going to be? Tropical Thunder and Zombie down the straight stretch. Brandon Jager's pulling the lead. A nice slap wheelie through no man's land. Brandon Jager and Zombie pick up the win here in round 1. Tropical Thunder is on his way home on the trailer. Next up in round 1, the man who went all the way to the finals at Monster Mania 3 this past weekend, it's your boy Shaggy, Matt Cheever, Gravedigger the Legend coming to the line. He is now set to take on new kid on the block, Cam Smith in the Reptoid machine. He's got one bad bow tie tucked away underneath the cage of that truck. He is out of Jacksonville, Florida. He's looking to knock off the finalists from Monster Mania this past weekend, and Gravedigger the Legend, who takes home this round 1 win. Legend and Reptoid now off the line. Legend's got a lead on him, up and through no man's land. Reptoid out of shape, and Shaggy with some big time air through no man's land gets the win over Reptoid here in round 1. We'll see Shaggy back and Gravedigger the Legend. Next up here in round 1, 3-time Thursday Night Thunder champion Chantel Bailey coming to the line to take on a 2-time Sunday Night Madness champion. That's Jessica Cook in the Little Miss Dangerous 41 Willies, staged at the line. The girls are about to throw it down here on Thursday Night Thunder. Chantel Bailey looking to pick up her 4th Thursday Night Thunder victory, but has to knock off a hard opponent and Jessica Cook and Little Miss Dangerous, who's been running pretty stellar this March season. There's their green light now. Chantel's got her up the line through no man's land here, and whoa, look out! Mountaineer is upside down. Bailey rolls the truck over going across the finish line, and Jessica Cook was making a run for her money there, trying to catch up with Mountaineer. Let's go back and take a look here at the MTA replay. Off the line, it was all Chantel and the Mountaineer putting Gapplebees on the Little Miss Dangerous. But look at the air in the far lane, and Jessica Cook plants the horsepower, and right there, Chantel Bailey gets the win over Little Miss Dangerous. And coming off that bad bounce over the cars, turning the truck over, the MTA track crew and officials are down there. She kind of laid the truck over on its side, didn't hurt nothing too bad. No doubt that Johnson Motorsports will have it back at 100% for round 2 action. Unfortunately, Little Miss Dangerous is on the trailer for the rest of the night. And next up here in round 1 action, Lewis Thompson IV out of Big Lake, Minnesota, bringing the big bad bow tie Wolverine to the line. Now set to take on the man that's been in the finals here on Thunder the last 2 weeks, Greg Durbin, former 3-time Thunder champion in the Backdraft Dodge. He would want nothing more than to come away with a win right here tonight. He's came so close the last 2 weeks of this March season, but he has got to knock off the bad bow tie in the near lane. That's Wolverine. Chevrolet and Dodge now down the straight stretch. We got a good race going through no man's land here, and Backdraft gets the win. Wolverine crosses up there, and some major air coming out of that right lane here tonight, but nonetheless, Backdraft gets the win. Wolverine crossed up in the center of the track. We'll see the Dodge in the next round. Speaking of next up, we've got Brian Prazak and the Monster Patrol Chevrolet now set to take on rookie sensation Michael Anderson in the Crazy Bull El Toro Loco. And folks, if you have been following Thunder this entire March season, you know this rookie, Michael Anderson, has been a thorn in the side of these veterans out here. Brian Prazak, a rookie himself out here for the first time in Monster Patrol. He wants to put the other rookie on the trailer early. El Toro Loco, Monster Patrol now down the straight stretch. Monster Patrol holding a slight lead, but El Toro Loco right there crosses up in the end. And your winner, Brian Prazak in Monster Patrol, he knocks off the Crazy Bull here in round one, and El Toro Loco is going home. Next up here in round one action, 11-time Thunder champion, he's representing No Fear Racing. Rich Wagner and Wild Hair ready at the line, now set to take on a 4-time Thunder champion. This is Kieran Adams representing K&J Motorsports and Crash Test Dummy. Kieran has been out here for a short time, already racked up 4 wins on the Thunder circuit. K&J has gave him an incredible ride. However, he's got his hands full in round one against Wild Hair, but Kieran got him off the line. Wild Hair playing catch up now and go! Look out! A close race across the finish line there. Wild Hair was coming back on the Crash Test Dummy. What an incredible race, but Kieran flat out treed the veteran at the line. He cut the green light on him. He caught old Rich Wagner making a sandwich at the line. And here's a look at the photo finish, and Rich Wagner did indeed come back on him in the end. Wild Hair moves on to round 2 competition. And next up here in round 1 action, the longtime veteran at a K&J Motorsports as well, James Vaillancourt in Liquidator, now set to take on Jamie Hurd in Iron Outlaw at Ottagawassee, Kansas. And we have just gotten word that Vaillancourt has had motor troubles with the Liquidator. It will not start. They're puking oil all over the place. So instead of Iron Outlaw getting a bye run, they have brought over their Liquidator machine that they ran at Monster Mania this past Saturday. They already had it on the trailer, and Liquidator is ready to go in the far lane, now set to take on Iron Outlaw in the near lane. Jamie Hurd may have his hands full because the truck in the far lane ran strong at Monster Mania. What's he got for the Iron Outlaw here in round 1? There's the green light, 2 Fords down the stretch. Liquidator with a strong lead, some big time air, and Vaillancourt picks up the win over Iron Outlaw. The new Liquidator is running strong here tonight. Iron Outlaw is on the trailer for the rest of the night. And now as we move on with round 1 to close things out, Wildman Ryan Johnson, now a 5-time champion, ready to take on Ethan Medlin, 1-time Thunder champion, and Maximum Destruction Ice. He is representing Sky High Racing. And by request, Ethan Medlin wanted to race the 8-0 champion right now in Brodozer. He wants to pull off this win bad and upset Johnson Motorsports. However, he does have his hands full. Brodozer's looking strong here in round 1. There's the green light now down the straight stretch. They're dead even through no man's land, and Medlin's got the win now over Brodozer. Some problems there for Wildman. He gets put on the trailer by Ethan Medlin in round 1. Something let go in the truck there coming through no man's land. He scooted it off to the side. And yeah, now you see the MTA officials are pulling Brodozer off of the track. Maybe some motor troubles, transmission troubles. We aren't too sure. But you can believe after 5 weeks of competition on Thunder, definitely something let go in the Brodozer machine. Nonetheless, Max D moves on, and ladies and gentlemen, that was just round 1 action. We've still got round 2 and the rest of the show to go, so make sure you grab a cold drink, grab some popcorn, because we'll be back with Thunder after the break.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Back here now on Thursday Night Thunder, and we've got round 2 competition. We just watched the champion lose the flag in round 1. Zombie now set to take on Gravedigger the Legend, followed by Mountaineer taking on Backdraft. Then Monster Patrol will take on Wild Hair. Then we'll see Liquidator take on Max D Ice, who just knocked off the champion. Up first in round 2, Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend, the one-time Thunder champion, now set to take on Brandon Jagger and Zombie, a one-time Thunder champion as well. These two haven't been running so hot all season long, and only one can move on to semis. Will it be your boy Shaggy and Gravedigger the Legend, or is Brandon Jagger and Zombie going to prove the critics wrong and put Zombie in the semifinals boat truck stage? Here's the green light. Legend and Zombie down the straight stretch. Jagger's got a lead, but Cheever coming back on him, and what a close race across the finish line. Brandon Jagger and Zombie putting the screws to Matt Cheever and Gravedigger the Legend. What an incredibly close race as we go back to a photo finish. Your winner, Brandon Jagger and Zombie. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got word down on the track that Gravedigger the Legend is on fire. Matt Cheever had something let go in the truck. It might have been a transmission issue. The truck is on fire. MTA officials are rushing down to him right now. He's already outside of the truck. The truck is up in a blaze of glory. Ladies and gentlemen, you talk about letting it all hang out. Here in week 5 of the March season, Matt Cheever puts the truck up in a ball of flames. Oh my word, we have never seen anything like this before on Thunder. And now the officials are down there. They've got the fire out. And here you see some of the damage done to Gravedigger the Legend. This is just absolutely incredible. Matt Cheever putting on a show. But in the event, we're back to racing now. Chantel Bailey and West Virginia Mountaineer coming to the line, ready to take on Greg Durbin and Backdraft. And you have to believe there's a little bit of animosity here because her teammate Ryan Johnson and Brodozer knocked this man off in the last 2 finals of the March season. You can believe Greg Durbin in the Backdraft Dodge wants a little bit of revenge. Dodging forward now stage. Here's the green light, and Chantel's hanging right there with him through no man's land here, and Chantel Bailey getting the win over Backdraft here in round 2, showing that Johnson Motorsports will reign supreme over the Backdraft Dodge. Next up in competition, Brian Prazak and Monster Patrol representing Outlaw Motorsports proudly. However, another man who's representing his team proudly, No Fear Racing, 11-time Thursday Night Thunder champion. Y'all know him best as Rich Wagner in the Wild Hair Chevrolet. He's looking to put victory number 12 on his mantle here tonight, but he's got to knock off the other bow tie in the near lane in Monster Patrol. Battle of the bow tie in round 2 down the straight stretch. Now they're even through no man's land, and what a race here, and Wagner gets the better of Monster Patrol, goes over the Jersey barrier in the far lane, but Prazak gave him a run for his money. Wild Hair does move on to semifinals, and next up to close out round 2 action, the man who knocked off Johnson in first round action, taking the checkered flag away, Ethan Medlin and Max D Ice now set to take on James Valancourt in the backup Liquidator. Here staged at the line, looked strong in round 1 competition, laid down a bad fast pass. K&J Motorsports may be itching to get another victory here tonight. Who goes on to semifinal competition? Liquidator in the far lane, Max D in the near lane. Here's the green light now. Down the stretch, Ethan's got a lead on him in Max D, but Liquidator's trying to come back on him. They get into each other. But James Valancourt passes the finish line first. He puts Liquidator in the semifinal competition. And ladies and gentlemen, we are heading down to the pits of Gravedigger the Legend. The crew is down there thrashing and looking at the damage done. The fire that sparked early in round 2 competition. Shaggy is A-OK. He got out of the truck. But what an incredible show he has put on for the MTA fans tonight. You have to believe we saw it earlier with Brodozer. 5 weeks of hard racing. Something's gonna let go on these trucks. And unfortunately, Legend went up in flames. Looking at semifinal matchups right now, Zombie now set to take on the West Virginia Mountaineer. Then we're gonna see Rich Wagner and Wild Hair take on James Valancourt and Liquidator, 2 longtime veterans, gonna go head to head. Up first in semis, Chantel Bailey knocked off Backdraft in round 2, now set to take on Brandon Jagger and Zombie. These two have met out here on Thunder before, so it's going to come down to who wants it more. Zombie Fire has been running strong all night long in a close matchup against Legend in that last round. Chantel Bailey knocked off Greg Durbin and Backdraft in the last round. Who's going to the finals here to close out the March season? Zombie taking on Mountaineer. Here's the green light down the straight stretch now. Chantel's got a lead on him. Mountaineer holding out and gets the win. And Zombie's way over in the pit area. And Chantel Bailey and the Mountaineer machine from Johnson Motorsports is seeing themselves right into the final round of the March season. And next up in round one, Rich Wagner, the 11-time champion in Wild Hair, a longtime veteran going against an old arch rival, James Vaillancourt and Liquidator. Now both trucks are staged at the line. These two men were in the very first episode of Thursday Night Thunder. Vaillancourt formerly drove Predator, and Rich Wagner formerly drove the American Guardian. Now, Liquidator takes on Wild Hair to close out semifinals. Ford and Chevrolet down the straight stretch now, and Wagner may have a lead. Liquidator coming back with some big air, and Vaillancourt upsets the 11-time champion. Liquidator moves to the final round, and Rich Wagner and Wild Hair gave him a strong run, unfortunately, on the trailer. And we're getting another pit update now. Sorry to cut over so quick, but this is the chassis of Gravedigger the Legend after the fire earlier tonight in round two. They've got the body off the truck, and folks, it may just be time for a new Gravedigger the Legend. But nonetheless, this is what we all come to see right here on Thunder. It is time for the finals, and it's the end of the March season. We have got Chantel Bailey, who won earlier this season, got her third championship, now looking for four, and ready to take on longtime veteran of Thursday Night Thunder, James Vaillancourt, and Liquidator, a three-time Thunder champion from previous shows. He is staged over here in the far lane in the backup truck, ready to take on Mountaineer. Chantel Bailey and Mountaineer made her debut on episode 4 of Thursday Night Thunder. Vaillancourt made his debut in episode 1. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the finals on the March season. Liquidator, Mountaineer, it's showtime here on Thunder. Two Fords down the stretch. They're dead even up through no man's land, and what a race, but Bailey looks like he got him. Coming across the finish line, it looks like Johnson Motorsports may have gotten the win over K&J and the Liquidator. Let's go back and take a look at the replay. Off the line here, you see Vaillancourt jumped her off the line, but Bailey puts down that Johnson Motorsports horsepower. Through no man's land, both trucks flying high through the last set of cars here across the finish line. There you see it by about half a truck. Chantel Bailey gets the win in the West Virginia Mountaineer. And ladies and gentlemen, carrying the checkered flag into the April season, congratulations to Chantel Bailey on your fourth Thursday Night Thunder championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the points bracket to close out the March season of Thunder. Wolverine, Reptoid, Tropical Thunder, and Gravedigger the Legend all tied at 155 points to close out the March season. Then as we jump over to the top half of the bracket, we finally have a new leader with Chantel Bailey with tonight's win at 230 points, claiming the overall points championship for the March season. Crash Test Dummy and Brodozer tied for second and third at 215 points. Then Michael Anderson and El Toro Loco with 195 in fourth place, and Greg Durbin and Backdraft rounds out your top five with 195. And ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up the March season right here on Thursday Night Thunder. Thank you all for coming out and watching the show. I thank you each and every day for the continued support of the MTA YouTube channel. Be sure, if you haven't already, crush that subscribe button, and I'll catch you down the road. See you next week.
Standing tall up in victory lane, I done brought the pain and now they screaming my name. Yeah, everybody saw me rock the place. Now there's flashbulbs are popping and mics in my face. Always giving the crowd what they need. Now they're wearing my shirts front row to nosebleed. Now the crowd forms is what it's all about. Signing autographs until the lights out. Yeah, it's about that. It's about that. It's been a long time. It's about